So this year marks the 20th anniversary of Duo Music Exchange, and you played last night, but any episodes or memories of Duo that you have?
I don't have any specific memories of Duo, but I've been going for so many years, so they all kind of blend together. One of the things I do remember is coming in and seeing the space itself and just being pretty amazed by the interior, the aesthetic of it, and just the space itself. Yeah, it was really cool. Every time we play Duo, it's always a great show. It's always fun. People come out, and it's always a good time. Last night was amazing. Yeah, that was a great show.
So the past 4 years that you couldn't come to Japan, there was the pandemic, and it affected a lot of us all over the world. And looking back, were there any change creatively in any way?
For me specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah, the pandemic was, I think, difficult, obviously, for everyone in the world. For me personally, I just tried to stay creative. I worked on music, made actually, I think, 2 albums, one that hasn't come out yet. And I also made a bunch of art. I have a space in my garage that is my creative space. So just to try to stay busy creatively, using that time in that manner was important. And just hanging out with my son and my girlfriend, and a lot of cooking, a lot of eating, a lot of drinking. You know, I think everyone kind of got caught in that. But yeah, the main thing was to try to figure out how to use the time in a positive way, in a fruitful way. And for me, it was just making music, making art.
So this interview we are filming right now in Chigasaki-kan. It's an old classic ryokan in Kanagawa Prefecture. And what's your impression here, and how do you like this town?
I've only been here for a short amount of time, but it's amazing. The space of ryokan is beautiful. I'd come stay here, that's for sure, if I had time. To have such history in this small city like this is incredible. You know, it's supposed to be a 125-year-old ryokan in 5th generation. It's incredible. I mean, this should be like a national treasure. I think it should be a historic landmark, actually. Yeah, it's beautiful. And I can't wait to go down to the beach. It's awesome.
So what's next for you? Like, what's your next project? Like albums and stuff like that?
Yeah. What's next? When I get home, I'm going to try to get back into some recording. I've been experiencing some issues with my arms, some repetitive stress injuries. So I need to let that heal. But I need to get back and just start working on some music. This is number one. Trying to finish a record. I have a record that's already finished, and we're going to put that out. And then also me and Josh finished Los Days record, the 3rd album. And so it's going to be mixed now by Monty, and then we're going to master it. And it should be released around October. And then, just back to my normal life. I've been really into just taking photographs, film with film cameras, and it's been really fun, just kind of messing around. Expensive hobby, but it's fun.
Okay, so this is your first visit in 4 years, and last time was May 2019, and you visited all these cities this time, but how did you feel? Like, how did you enjoy it?
The tour has been incredible. What's interesting, it seems like people were more energized You know, they're really stoked to see everyone. And there was a couple cities, Gifu especially was just rowdy and raucous. It was great. And it's rare because my experience in the past, it's, you know, Japanese are a little more reserved, you know, like clap and then quiet. But they were just the whole time. It was fun. It was a great show, very crowded. It was awesome. This tour has just been about traveling. I mean, every single day we've been on train to taxis to train to, you know, to venue, to hotel, back to venue. So it's been very much on the go, and it's been great though. Super fun. We wish we could have done a longer tour, but they wouldn't give us longer visas. They meaning the government of Japan. Yeah, it's been amazing.
So how was the Japanese fans' reaction after a long time seeing you the last time?
The reaction's been incredible. I think, like I said, I just think people are excited to have live music again. I think it's everywhere, all over the world. It's the same with the States. People are just excited to go out and experience music and have that interaction with the artists. And it's no different here. I think people were more excited this time than any other time that I've been here, and I've been here many times, and so it was really cool to see and experience and have that energy, you know, that sense of reciprocity, you know, because it's contagious energy, you know, when someone's excited, you're like I get excited too, and then everyone gets excited, and so it's fun. It makes for a really fun evening.
So he's been telling you that because he runs, you know, the venue in Tokyo, but he's been telling you that Japan's not only about Tokyo, and there are so many different places, and he really appreciates that you actually go on tour and visit all these places, and like you said, like kids in Gifu gets really excited, and you keep doing that for many years, and he really appreciates that. So in the future, he wants to continue, you know, planning exciting tours with the brothers, and he hopes that you can still work with them in the future as well.
Yeah, I love going to the small cities. It's fun because they don't expect you to come to the small cities, and it's somewhere new to experience. Going to the same place all the time just gets boring. Playing for the same people, they get bored of it, you know. Just having new experiences and going to different places, different cultures. Little, you know, food shifts a little bit in every city you go to, which is nice. There are some types of food you may not have ever tried, and it makes it. It's like a cultural sort of tour, more so than anything, you know. Yeah, I really appreciate going to smaller cities. We had an experience once that was amazing. I forget what city it was. Yasushi probably knows, but we went and the venue was like a coffee shop, and it was multi-tiered, and so it was such a small space, maybe 50 people could fit on each floor, that they did a live video feed. So upstairs they had a screen with a live video feed, and downstairs I was playing, and it was a solo show. But during the day and previous days, I guess, we were told that people were calling the venues asking if I was really coming to that city because they didn't believe it, you know, like maybe it was some myth. And so I thought that was really funny because they just couldn't believe that I would come to their city because it was just a, you know, really small city. And so I enjoy that. It's fun. Keeps it fresh. Yeah.
Well, he's really happy to hear that, and you know, he has his sleeves up.
Sleeves rolled up.
You know, people have good energy in those shows, so he wants to continue working with you on those tours.
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
So, a quick shout out. Like, is there anything you would like to tell your Japanese fans?
A shout out? Yes. I would say, and I think I've said this. When did I say this next? I would just say, do what you love to do as much as you can, because that's what's going to sustain you through life.